Mic check.
Mic check.
My name is Jeremy Ryan, the most arrested man in the Wisconsin State Capitol, for which I am very proud. We have sworn an oath to fight against enemies foreign and domestic. We are at war. A more important war than that which is not peaceful. With domestic enemies, such as the Department of Homeland Security, the Secret Service, and any other organization of the government who willfully suppresses rights of citizens under the Patriot Act and a false illusion of insecurity. This is a peaceful war. It cannot be fought any other way. And be effective. Out of 23 arrests in the Wisconsin State Capitol, I have won pretty much every single one. What that means is at least 23 times my rights as a citizen under the Constitution have willfully been violated by those who swore an oath, much like I did, to protect the Constitution.
Let me ask just for a second. We want to chant, "We're with you, Winston," as he gets in the car. Okay, can we do that? Winston?
Okay.
Winston is the gentleman who's being...
I will take a pause.
Okay. Winston is the man.
He's the man.
The veteran.
The veteran.
Who's suffering from PTSD.
Who's suffering from PTSD.
We want to let him know.
We want to let him know.
We are with him.
We are with him.
Before he gets in the car.
Before he gets in the car.
You ready?
You ready?
We are with you, Winston.
We are with you, Winston. With you, Winston. We are 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 with you, Winston. Shame! 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 Help vets! 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 Move!
Church, that was unnecessary.
Mic check.
Mic check.
We must make sure
We must make sure
that our brother in solidarity, Winston over there, returns back to camp as the government has a long-standing history of making political activists disappear. Just the other day, I attempted to go to a public hearing, and I was threatened by Homeland Security, and put on the no-fly list for being disabled. The real terrorists, the ones suppressing rights here in America, wear suits and badges. And we must all realize this. And be mindful. For if we don't, We will leave one by one.
We will leave one by one.
And if they get away with it,
And if they get away with it,
we will never again return.
we will never again return.
Because this is what the government does.
Because this is what the government does.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you, folks.
As a whole.
For the record.
For the record.
Now, see if you agree with me, don't if you don't. Do not endorse throwing shoes at the police.
Do not endorse throwing shoes at the police.
We need to make that clear.
We need to make that clear.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, no.
Yes.
Clappy thing. High clap. Anybody next?
Just a real quick side note.
Just a real quick side
With our brother Winston over there, I do believe that certain troops do have psychological issues in which they cannot control certain outbursts like that. So while we do not condone throwing shoes at police, we do have to realize that some people cannot control such situations. Thank you. We do not have a problem. 100%.
With officers who are making a living and need for officers who are making a living with
Officers who are making a living.
at this time we can't offer them a living.
We cannot offer them a living.
In the future,
In the future,
when we need them to stand down in one movement, we hope then they stand down.
We hope then they stand down.
Now, okay.
So much respect. I feel it deeply.
Form of consensus. How many people here feel that that is a statement we agree with? You have a show of a green hand. Okay, there are some.
So where is he going, officer? Where is he going, officer? Okay, so he's going the same place that anyone would go getting arrested. Okay, I was just confirming that, because that's not always the case with Secret Service.
I have a problem with war criminals like Bush and Obama.
I have a problem with war criminals like Bush and Obama.
I do not have a problem with police officers. That is a synopsis of what I'm saying.
Synopsis of what I'm saying.
Would someone like to respond to that?
Yeah.
I would like to say we don't have a problem with police officers.
Get up there and say
Okay.
it.
I would like to say
I would like to say
that we don't have a problem
that we don't have a problem
with police
with police
officers
officers
as long as
they're
they're obeying the law.
obeying the law. Exactly. But so often, they don't. We're at the White House.
Can you
pass the message on. That military families and veterans would like to see.
We have no problem. I don't think you do. I don't think you do. If I could help, I would love to, but nothing I can do.
A little above your pay grade.
He's only getting me so far.
It seems like we got a good crew here today, though. It seems like we got a good crew here today.
You're part of the union, buddy. I bet you're part of the union.
Absolutely not.
No, chicks ain't part of the union?
Not allowed to. Not allowed to.
Not allowed to.
Not allowed to unionize. It's against the law for us.
It is against the law for Secret Service to unionize. That's what this officer just said. And so your name is?
My name is Joe Gray.
All right. And you had heard about the incident at the White House?
I did.
And what are your thoughts on that?
From my understanding, a man with confirmed mental disabilities and mental issues that he's trying to deal with threw a shoe over the fence at the White House and hit a Secret Service agent. And he was arrested and is likely to be detained for an extended period of time due to exactly what he did. I'm coming personally from a point where I am dealing with mental health issues. I attempted suicide 4 months ago and have been involved in that system ever since. It fortunately has worked out positively for me right now, and I can see how something like that could have happened for someone else. And it's like the system isn't working very positively for him right now, and it resulted in this very unfortunate thing to happen because everyone, from what I can understand, admits that saw it, that it really was kind of a benign thing that happened and not an aggressive thing, and the cops that, from what I've been told, have acted that way as well. I would just like to, first of all, show my support for him and hope that he gets treated fairly and that his actions are weighed with consideration to what the real situation was. Because I hope that if I were in a similar situation, that same gratitude and same fairness would be extended to me.
And would you expect, if you were in a similar situation, to be arrested in that situation? So would you say you support the individual, even though you wouldn't like to see the action happen again?
I would agree with that very, very strongly. I agree that the White House is a very touchy thing, and they have very important security issues that they have to deal with. Like, they are protecting our president, for him or against him. I believe he is our president. I don't want to see him hurt in any way, and they have to take action so that stuff like that may have not been benign be taken care of effectively. And that his arrest, and getting back to the point, his arrest, I believe, was proper. And from what I hear, I believe that the police did it properly, and it was civil.
Having witnessed it, I would agree with that, yeah.
And I think that speaks very positively to what has happened so far. I just hope it continues to be positive. I'm very much about trying to be positive as a person, trying to deal with severe depression and anxiety, and that is very important to me personally to get out. And that's really most of everything I can think of to say about it.
All right. Well, thank you.